Hi, welcome to my channel and a warm welcome to the new subscribers. This is a traditional recipe from Honduras and Nicaragua. Many Latin Americans use corn in multiple ways, as you already know, and this is basically crackers and cookies. And we usually have them with black coffee, tea, or café con leche. So you will need some brown sugar or piloncillo. By the way, buying it like that is cheaper than the processed one from the grocery store. You're gonna need corn flour, not cornstarch. And those are 130 grams of corn flour and 5 grams of baking powder. I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of eclectic recipes, so check them out, look at the playlists. I am also adding 50 grams of queso cotija, but you can use parmesano instead if you cannot find it where you live. And I am adding whole milk. That milk is lukewarm. One thing to keep in mind with corn flour is that it absorbs a lot of liquid. So I recommend that you have a cup of lukewarm water close by to keep adding to the dough as needed. The consistency of the dough will change depending on the relative humidity of the place where you live. For instance, the day that I made this recipe, the relative humidity was 30% and the temperature was 76 degrees. So I added 60 milliliters of lukewarm water. And I kept adding about a tablespoon at a time more to keep the dough from drying out. And you're going to mix 20 to 30 grams of vegetable lard. I have made this recipe with butter, olive oil, and vegetable lard. And with the vegetable lard, they turn out crunchier and lighter. You will know that the dough is ready when it doesn't stick to your fingers. If it dries out, as I said, add a little bit more water. The dough is ready. Now it has to rest for 10 minutes. Cover with plastic wrap or a lid. Meanwhile, I spread water to that baking dish to put the grissinis in, and I want each one of them to have a similar length, so they have to weigh about 20 grams approximately to fit the half baking sheet that I'm going to be using. So you just make little balls and weigh them if you want to. If not, you can just eyeball the dough. I will cover them with plastic wrap and let them rest for another 10 minutes. That masking tape is my guide to how long the grissini have to be. You can use a ruler, but it matches the width of a half baking sheet that I'm going to be using. And you're going to press just like you would with regular flour, and you're gonna make them, you're gonna stretch them to the length that you want. And you can also make rosquillas. Rosquillas are little wheels, little rings or little wheels with it, like so. But that means that you will fit less in the tray to bake them. But I like making the grissini because you can fit more on the tray. There you go. And you do the same until you have as many as you want, or as many as you can fit in that tray. It's really easy to handle. In addition to the breadsticks and rosquillas, you can shape the dough into cookies. I got a reusable plastic bag and put a little bit of oil on it. I also put a little water on my hands to handle the dough, and that will make it easier for me to remove the cookie out of the plastic. You make a round shape and lift the edges more or less like a well. No, that's what you want to make, like so. And because you don't want the piloncillo to get out of the cookie. So you just shape it. They're just biscuits. The English would probably call that biscuits. You shape it like that and remove it from the plastic and put it on the tray. I let them rest for about 10 minutes before putting the piloncillo in, and I'm gonna bake it in a preheated oven at 350 degrees or 180 degrees Celsius for 25 minutes. This is very important, turn the oven off and leave them there for 20 more minutes. That will allow them to dry out, and that's gonna make them very light and crunchy. As you can see, they turn out that way. And that's it, guys. Check out all the recipes I have, and the other two that I'm going to put at the end of the video. That is really delicious. That's my favorite one.